What is up, guys? Hope everyone is doing well and you're still washing your nasty hands. Ravencoin has a new wallet out that supports KAWPOW, which is the new proof of work mining algorithm. The project is changing to on May 6th at 1800. That is 6 o'clock UTC, 6 p.m., which is 2 p.m. Eastern time. And this is a hard fork that you will have to upgrade to if you want to stay on the Ravencoin chain. Some soft forks are backward compatible upgrades to code that is temporary split when new rules are implemented. It's like a soft fork is a temporary divergence, a hard fork is permanent, right? A hard fork is a quick change to the rules on the network that's not backward compatible. So it's a permanent divergence with a new rule set. And so Ravencoin has this new wallet you have to upgrade to in order to be on the right chain. It's for the proof of work mining algorithm change and a couple other things. There's some network upgrades, and that's what we are going to talk about tonight. So let's get into it. And before we get started, be sure to like, share, and comment on this video and subscribe to my channel if you find this type of content useful. And where this all started was I was sitting at my computer today, and I knew that on the 15th they were supposed to release the binaries and everything for the new Ravencoin wallet, and I saw a tweet from not him. Tron Black, KAWPOW, he talks about the 4x 4.0 or 4.x binaries for Ravencoin are available. What I was going to show, actually I got kind of ahead of myself. What I was going to show was this person, Plan B, pretty popular on Twitter here, 85,000 followers. They actually tweeted out, asking, besides Bitcoin, how many altcoins have no CEO, no pre-mine, proof of work, high hash rate, high liquidity, 24-hour, volume and all that. And a lot of people were replying like I did. I think I replied with Raven, or I probably just liked the tweet from the Ravencoin project because Raven definitely fits all of these, criteria here. And you can see it definitely has no CEO, no pre-mine, no proof of work, and high hash rate. It does have high hash rate compared to not long ago. A lot of this is hopefully going to be taken care of with transitioning to KAWPOW, because a lot of this hash rate here that we're looking at is ASICs and or FPGAs. So lots of hash rate. Hopefully it'll come down quite a bit. I think it's going to be significant drop once they transition to KAWPOW. At least I'm hoping. So yes, it meets that criteria for a high hash rate, which is kind of a weird thing to even require, I guess, or, based on his criteria here. I don't know. I mean, some people view it as network security and stuff like that, but network security really comes more from a distribution of hash rate, not necessarily high hash rate, right? So it's kind of a misnomer. It's kind of a weird specification to look at. A weird criteria to me. I don't know. It just doesn't compute in my brain. So anyway, so a high hash rate. Okay, got it. And then liquidity for Raven is pretty high. I mean, for it to be less than 2 cents value USD, it has got a huge amount of market cap and volume. It's humongous. Pretty easy to move Ravencoin around if you hold some. So as far as even on exchanges, and there's lots of exchanges, there's it's got a huge amount of liquidity. So I think that meets his criteria. Also, the supply cap, it is capped at 21 billion. It's a lot. It's was that 1,000 times more than Bitcoin. But it's also lower block times at only 60 seconds versus 10 minutes for Bitcoin. So there are a lot more 1,000 times more than Bitcoin, but it is a cap supply of 21 billion. It also has a fixed monetary policy, which was his last. I don't think that was actually on the tweet, but that was one of his last kind of requirements there, which we just talked about. So there is a difficulty adjustment. You can't really change the supply cap without basically anarchy, because it's just like Bitcoin. If you were to try to change the Bitcoin cap, which could be done through code, right? I mean, it could be done through programming, development, but if you were to do that, it would be pure chaos, because people wouldn't want to use it, potentially, right, or invest in it, or however you want to look at it, if the cap actually changed, right? So this is permanent for Ravencoin as well. So that gets me back to where I wanted to get to. All right, so Tron Black tweeted this out today about the new wallet, and it's not feasible to allow this fork to be voted on like recent Ravencoin network upgrades using the BIP9, the Bitcoin Improvement Proposal 9. It's a must upgrade since it's an algorithm change, a mining algorithm change. So it's kind of a critical update. We have to do it in order to stay on the correct Ravencoin chain. Huge possibilities for chain split and things like that going on with this, because if you're an ASIC or FPGA miner, you're probably not going to switch over to this, because it's going to basically kick yourself off the network, right? So it's not likely. It's highly likely that we're going to have, at least for some time, I would imagine that there's going to be a chain split, and there'll be the Ravencoin, and then there'll be whatever the other one is going to be called. But anyway, so the mining algorithm is switching from X16RV2, which is still kind of ate up by ASICs and FPGAs. Some other things that they're going to change here on this particular update, or this wallet update, network update, added changes to the block header to support the KAWPOW algorithm also. Then they also added BIP44 support, and this gets into some technical jargon and technical stuff with regards to wallets and how they operate. But basically, BIP44, that's Bitcoin Improvement Proposal number 44, been around a long time, which is a specific format of a BIP32 wallet that defines the coin type and support for multiple accounts having multiple receiving addresses. Whenever Bitcoin was first created, I think it automatically created something like 100 addresses, and then it was possible, from your one private key, it was possible to create 101. But I think it caused problems with the previous 100 and being able to restore them from a private key, and it was kind of a bad situation. So they fixed that with all these updates, these improvement proposals, ending up on 44, which is the one that uses elliptic curve cryptography. So you can basically store one key and derive as many public and private addresses from that one key as you need, and it's using those mnemonic phrase key words that we are all familiar with, 2,048 different words that are chosen from, based on random set of numbers and all that stuff. So that's just a real quick overview of how that came to be. And the BIP32 is, there's basically three different things going on here. There's BIP32, BIP39, and BIP44, and they all kind of work together or build on each other. The 32 is the hierarchical deterministic, or HD wallet. That is what they are and how they work, right? With that one key, and then the one phrase, or the one private key that can derive all the different addresses. BIP39 is the mnemonic words, or the mnemonic phrases, and that's the process for turning the words into a BIP32 seed. Okay, so there's those two working together, and then BIP44 actually is a specific format of a BIP32 wallet. And if you look at your Ravencoin wallet, you can see down here it's got HD, and you might have been wondering what that meant. And it is basically hierarchical determination. think is what it stands for. Hierarchical deterministic. Sorry, hierarchical deterministic wallet. So this means that it's BIP32 compliant, right? And you know, there's some other things in here too. Obviously, encrypted, and then I think you can see this, right? And then whether or not you're synced or not. But yeah, that HD, that's what that stands for. And if you want to learn more, there is this website here. This is, actually I'm a little bit behind. All right, I'll throw this in the chat so that you can play around with this. This is kind of hopefully let you understand a little bit more about what is going on with the seed phrases and how this actually works. I'll throw that over there. There's 16 people watching and nobody is talking. I must be just so entertaining right now. No one's saying a word. What's wrong with y'all? Okay, that's funny. So I'll throw that in there, but you can see here, you know, you can generate, this is just like a test, right? You wouldn't do this for, you can do it with your own words. Like if you have your seed words, your mnemonic phrase, then you could put that in here and actually generate the appropriate key for the appropriate coin here, right? But don't do that. Definitely don't do that online or anything like that. But you could, I think they have it to where you can actually download this to your computer and, you know, basically this is, honestly, I would just use this for just goofing around and trying to learn how things work. I wouldn't do anything for real with a real wallet information on here at all. But yeah, it just kind of helps you understand the process and what's going on. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's a couple other, this is just BIP32 here. I just want to get up to speed here with where I'm at. This is a article on Ravencoin.email blog talking about what is BIP44, and I think I kind of explained that. Yeah, they all work together. But this is a pretty good little article talking about the whole process, the whole reason that they're going to BIP44 and all that. I think the mobile wallets already were, I think is the way it was, but the desktop wallet was not. So that's what we're moving to. All right, so let me get rid of all this junk here, and we will get back to actually doing the wallet update. All right, so you can see I'm fully synced here. I'm going to close this wallet. Let me show you where the wallet files are actually at here. I know I have several. My file structure is a little chaotic right now, but basically it's this wallet, this folder right here is where my wallet actually lives. You can see the executable here. And this is just the desktop GUI wallet, right? So you got that here. And this is what we're going to be updating. So you can see that it is actually the version. Let's look at the version here. So if you right click on it and choose properties, go to details, then you can see it's version 3.3.2.0. And you know, when it was actually installed, I think that this is not the install date. This is the creation date. So it wasn't that long ago that they did a wallet update. I'm sure I did a video on it, although I don't remember it right off the top of my head, but I'm sure I did a video on it. I seem to always do that. Hang on just a second here. Okay, so let's see. That's one part. Let me make sure we're on the right track here. Oh, I was going to show you the version of the wallet too, like the actual wallet. Forgot to do that. I'm just launching it again, real quick. So, how is everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing well. taking a little longer to start than I thought it would. Yeah, so I was just going to show you here that the version, so that we know what we're doing, is 3320, just like the executable that I just showed you. I just want to verify that. Get back out of there. All right, so what we'll want to do first is you always want to do a backup. And with a Qt wallet, a desktop Qt wallet like we have here, it's pretty important. Although I think with BIP44, we're going to be able to not worry about this so much. But it is important to get a good backup of your wallet.dat file, especially if you're not on BIP44. From the way I understand it, you would not be able to, even if you had your private key, you would not be able to derive the keys without the wallet.dat file. Okay, so like if you were to import a private key into a new wallet, if you didn't have this, then it's not going to work. So I think I'm saying that correctly. I don't know. I might be a little off, but just know that it's pretty important to back up your wallet.dat file. And let's see, so what I'll do, normally you know I have a backups folder here. You wouldn't back up your files to a local location on the same drive, right? You would put it on a thumb drive, or you know, burn it to a disk in some other way, or put it on a different computer, you know, maybe one that's offline or whatever. But just for the sake of expediency here, I'm going to throw it into a folder on the same drive. Like this. I just made a copy of my wallet.dat file. And you don't really have to back up anything else, although I would like, because I do have assets, so I'm going to copy that one just for the heck of it. And I don't have any restricted assets, don't do any rewards or anything, so really just that one. So I'm going to grab that one too, doing a copy. From my experience, it has came in just fine. There's no problem with like missing assets or anything like that if you don't do this and you just upgrade over the top of it. So, all right, so we got that done, and just remember that this is going to be the folder right here that we are going to be upgrading. Looks like that. It does have a shortcut in here. I can get rid of that so that it'll look more like yours if you're doing this as well. That's pretty standard looking for the wallet location. Then we're going to go out to Ravencoin.org. We're going to say get your wallet. And then we could go to GitHub, or we could go to, I don't know which one. Does it take you? Yeah, see, it goes straight to a download. So if you wanted to verify the files like we did last night or the night before for the Conceal wallet, then you could go into their GitHub and you can say, okay, I'm on Windows, so I'm going to grab Raven 4.0 Win64. So let's click that so that we download that first. And then I'm also going to get the Win64 SHA-256 sum, and that's just a text file. So I'm going to save that as well. And that's going to allow us to check the file for validity, right? Consistency with what the devs say that they uploaded, so that we can tell if it was modified in some way. It's just like a little double check. And we know that we're on the verified GitHub and latest release. You would want to also make sure that your website is secure and all that stuff. Make sure, double check all this stuff to make sure that you're on the right website and you're not downloading some malicious code off of some random website. So you don't want to do that. Make sure all that's valid. Then I'm going to, let's see, first we're going to check this file, kind of like we did last night. This is kind of cool because you can just open up the SHA-256 checksum here, or checksum, and you already have the results here. So what we'll do is go over here to, we'll start PowerShell in this folder. And then we'll do like we did last night, and we'll say get file, get file hash space, and then we can come over here and just drag the name over here. Puts the whole path, and that's fine. And so we want to make sure that we're checking the right file though, because each one of them is different, right? If you download the one from Mac or some other OS, it's not going to be the same. And then we're going to double click on this, press Control C to copy it, and we can go back to our text file. And this one's going to be a little bit different because it has uppercase and lowercase, but you can see pretty quickly that they're the same numbers, not case sensitive numbers and letters. You just eyeball it, make sure that they match up. If one bit was different between the what the devs put on the website that matches the file, and let's say that the file was modified in some way, just one bit, one change at all, and these numbers would be drastically different. They would not be anywhere close to be the same. So you can quickly verify that the file is what they say it is. Don't save that. We can get out of here. So now we're pretty confident that what we're downloading is legit, and we don't have a problem, hopefully, with malicious software, right? But again, you are trusting the devs because, you know, this is just a website. This is github.com, and you're trusting them not to do anything with their software. And you know, it goes a long way to gain some trust like that. But Ravencoin, in my opinion, is very trustworthy. So we're going to extract this, the zip file. We can get rid of that checksum now. It's not needed anymore. So we're going to extract this. I'll just extract it to the same location. All right, so you see how it basically creates the structure, although it puts the executables in the bin folder. That's fine. And I think I'll actually use it like this. I'm going to change the way I'm currently using it. So I'm going to copy that folder, the top level, into my wallets folder, Ravencoin, and then Raven. I think what I'll do is I'll just put it right here. So eventually what I'll end up doing probably is just deleting all the rest of this stuff. But let's go into that folder. We'll go into the bin folder, and you can see that it's today. So we know that that's the right one. If we go to the details, we can see that it's version 4.0. Awesome. Okay, my other wallet's closed. So I'll just go and launch Raven QT. The first time you run it, you'll get this. This is pretty standard. We've already kind of verified that it was a valid file. Now, that does not mean that it would pass 100% on a virus total checking website or anything like that, because a lot of the mining software is going to always have that problem. Unless the devs work really closely with all the hundreds of different virus and malware and spyware companies with getting their signatures validated as not malicious, right? So it takes a lot of effort, and with a project that is still developing and always constantly developing, it could be quite a chore to actually do that and work with all those companies and get it all cleared up. So if you were to run it through a virus total website, for example, it might have some hits. We might do it in a minute. Let me see here. Since this is a new wallet, all that stuff is new. It's going to see it as a new software. The computer doesn't know that you're running, that you're already running a Ravencoin wallet. So it's going to look at it as all new. And it looks like right away, okay, some bonuses here. That little annoying little error over here is gone. That was always telling you that you were basically, I think it was saying some network rules are in effect that are making your wallet invalid or something along those lines. So it's good to see that that's actually gone. I see people talking about that all the time. And We'll just check the version here real quick. Version 4.0, great. Got all of my old transactions in there, awesome. Everything looks good here. This is just my mining wallet from a while back. Of course, I haven't mined Ravencoin in a really long time, as previously discussed. Let me check the chat, see what you guys are up to. Nobody's talking. Still nobody's talking. Do I have like chat disabled or something? Wow, no one has said a single word. That is crazy. It is enabled, right? Okay. All right. I don't think I've ever seen this before. There's 18 people watching and no one's saying a word. I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. Maybe let me check Discord and see if there's somebody telling me that chat's disabled or something, but I mean, I don't have that. I mean, it's enabled. Everything looks good on my end. Weird. Somebody say something in chat just so that I know that it's at least working. Let me know. Kind of weird. All right, so we did get everything updated. We are looking really good here, really solid. What time is it? Wow, I've been hitting these marks pretty good because Brandon's supposed to be live, I think, at 10. Let's go and check real quick. Yep, so, oh, he's doing a premiere, it looks like. It starts in 1 minute. So yeah, I've been hitting these, the time just perfect. That's really cool. Yeah, kind of neat. See, people are talking in his, but nobody's saying nothing in mine. That's so weird. I don't know. All right. Well, like, share, and subscribe if you thought that this was useful at all, or at least entertaining, even though y'all aren't talking. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Thursday. I know I said tonight I was going to break down this rig. That was the goal. But this came out, you know, the new wallet came out, so I figured I would cover it because I always cover Ravencoin info. So Ravencoin development, I guess you could say. So that I figured I would go ahead and do a video. I was going to do this video early, like earlier than 9:30, but then I would have ended up doing 2 videos and that would have been a bit much for me. So yeah, so I didn't do that. But anyway, I'm not going to promise because I don't know what else might happen tomorrow, but I'm 99% sure that I'm going to be taking this rig apart, at least take it apart tomorrow, because I got to consolidate it down from an 8 GPU rig to a 6 GPU rig frame. And that's kind of like the goal. I want to decrease my footprint, physical footprint. So that's kind of like what I want to do. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to smash the like on the way out. Share the video and comment. Do a comment. I don't know. Talk about Ravencoin or something. I don't know. Do something. See you guys tomorrow.